Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, so I haven't done movie reviews in a while, so let's see if I can get caught up on a bunch of movie reviews. All right, so the first movie review we are going to do is going to be Renfield. Just watched Renfield on Thursday or Friday. Was it Friday? It was Friday, yeah. So 2 days ago, and got to see that one with my girlfriend. We were both very excited to be able to see Nicolas Cage's Dracula. So it sounds like a blast just right off the bat, right? And so we were looking forward to it. So hopes were high, but it exceeded the hopes even. It was really good. So let's kind of go through the cast a little bit here. The main star is Nicholas Hoult. He plays the named character, the title character, Renfield, right? Anyways, he plays the assistant of Dracula. You've seen this character in other iterations of Dracula's story. Basically, Dracula tricks him in a way, and he becomes Dracula's assistant and helps him throughout the years. And so you get a backstory, and then you get into modern day. So the backstory is actually done really well. They do a lot of the backstory in black and white. It looks like a classic Dracula movie. Nicolas Cage surprisingly looks like Bela Lugosi. It's great. It's done very well. A lot of homage played to the original black and white Dracula movies. And so you see the backstory, and then it pops into the modern day, and Renfield is trying to navigate the modern world while still serving Dracula and bringing him his meals, basically. And the reason why he kind of has to is because they have a battle with some vampire slayers, and it doesn't go well for Dracula. I mean, they win. They end up killing all the vampire slayers, but Dracula's burned up pretty much to a crisp. Funny scene, by the way. So you look forward to seeing that scene if you go see this movie. And so Dracula is recuperating, and so Renfield is bringing him his meals so he can recover his strength. He can get to full power, as it were, which is great. It's a great line in the movie. Okay, so Nicholas Hoult, main character. Nicolas Cage is your Dracula in this movie. Aquafina is the main side character. Rebecca, she's a police officer. And her backstory is basically her dad was a police officer. Her dad was murdered by the local crime family, and while she is not a high level police officer, she wants to take down the crime family, and gets a lot of pushback. But she's also kind of Renfield's love interest, kind of. He I don't know if you ever get to that point where it's love interest, but there's definitely interest there. They care about each other. You have Ben Schwartz in this movie as the son of the crime family boss. He's one of the main side characters. Plays Tedward Lobo. Edward Lobo is the character's name. And then his mom is Bella Francesca Lobo. That's the head of the crime family. And I am going to just ruin this name completely, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Shohreh Agdashlo. Sorry if I murdered that. Not sorry. I did definitely murder it. So unfortunately ruined that name. Another fun side character is Brandon Scott Jones, who is the leader of the self-help or the support group, right? That Renfield goes to try to, for a couple of reasons, he starts going there. He goes there, basically just to get out of, the house, as it were, which is a hospital for them. It's it's a old closed down hospital that they're hiding in. Anyways, and then also uses it to find victims for Dracula by finding who the bad people are that these people knew in their lives, that sort of thing. And just because he kind of develops a bond to them. Some of the other characters in that group, are played by Adrian Martinez. That's Chris. No, Chris is the other police officer. Sorry, Chris is Aquafina, Rebecca's partner, played by Adrian Martinez. Um, uh, Rebecca, Aquafina's sister, is Kate. She works for, I think it's the FBI, maybe the CIA, but I think it's the FBI. And then there's multiple characters from the self-help group. And let's see, is there anybody else we want to touch on here? There is a police captain played by James Moses Black. He's a fun character. And I think that's all we're going to touch on as far as the actors and characters that they play. This movie was, I'm now seeing this, it was written by Ryan, the screenplay was written by Ryan Ridley, but Robert Kirkman developed the idea for this. Robert Kirkman is the creator of The Walking Dead, amongst other things, so that's pretty cool to see him here. Director was Chris McKay. And am I seeing anything else I want to touch on here on IMDb? Let's see. Nope, that seems to be it. Okay, so basically, Dracula needs to be brought back to full power by being fed. Renfield is bringing him victims. He tries to bring him bad guys. Dracula would rather him bring him innocent because that'll help him recover faster. You see in the trailer, he says something about a handful of nuns and a busload of cheerleaders. That's like a funny gag in the movie as well, a couple times. And yeah, so that's the basic premise of the movie, and without too many spoilers. So as far as spoilers go, so I'll start some spoilers now. If you don't want the spoilers, then go ahead and cut out now. Basically, Renfield decides that he wants to have a normal life. He finds that he's interested in Aquafina's character, Rebecca, and he thinks he's going to just go about his life. Well, Dracula has a run-in with the crime family because they think that because they're trying to hunt down Renfield's character due to him helping Rebecca earlier in the movie, and Dracula kills most of the members of the crime group that come hunting for him, except for the son. And then the son develops a partnership with Dracula and his mom, and then they try to take out Rebecca and Renfield, and in the end, the good guys win, right? So that's the basic premise of the movie. Nicolas Cage is hilarious and amazing as Dracula. There is a lot of very funny scenes in the movie, but it's also very bloody, although the blood is definitely CGI blood. It's definitely, really fake looking at certain points, but it's in that cheesy, kind of B-movie way, where you're watching a B-movie and you would see all this fake blood and it's obviously chocolate syrup or something. So in this it's CGI, so it's not it's not the same as the old classic B-movies, but definitely still has a nice little take on that by having the CGI blood be very over the top. Lots of violence, lots of gore, and just a fun movie all around. We laughed way more than we thought we were going to. We enjoyed it way more than we thought we were going to, and we actually went in with somewhat high hopes. So it ended up working out really well. And I would definitely recommend seeing the movie if you get the chance. It's a fun watch. You don't necessarily have to see this one in the theaters if you want to wait for streaming. But that's what I would recommend. Is even if you can't make it out to the theater to see this one, get it on a streaming service when it comes out, and have a good time watching this movie. Maybe not with the kiddos, depending on how open they are to the blood, the violence in the blood. There is some language, not really there's not really nudity in the movie or anything like that. So if your kids can watch the violence in the blood, then you're probably good as far as language and nudity, that sort of thing. But yeah, good times. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.